the Renault Espace behind you is being relaunched. This is a big family favourite. What are you expecting from this new vehicle?
Europe is recovering, the market is recovering, and particularly some segments of the market are booming. And between these segments, you have the crossover. Crossover in different sizes of vehicles are prospering in Europe. So the new Espace that we are launching was in the past a minivan, and now we're launching it as a crossover with a lot of the attributes of the minivan. So we are very bullish on the prospects, not only because the market is recovering, but because we're coming on a segment which is particularly active in the European market.
But the European economy isn't doing very well, and neither is the European market. So how is that going to affect your hopes for new vehicles launched?
Well, the last 6 years in Europe have been years of decline. 2014, for the first time, we're seeing a recovery, even though it's a little bit shy. We're going to see a market going up by 3 to 4%. Our forecast that 2015 is going to be on the same line, another 3 to 4% growth. Let's not forget that 2014, the market is still more than 20% below where it was in 2017. So there is a room for a recovery, even though we are expecting this recovery to be slow, and we're going to have to be patient about it. Now, this is about the overall market, but inside this market, some segments are particularly dynamic, and the crossover segment on which the Espace is going to compete is very dynamic.
You know, the ECB is meeting on interest rates later on today, in about an hour or so. What would be your message as the head of Renault-Nissan to the people who manage the Eurozone economy at this difficult time?
I think the first steps already taken by the ECB a few days ago are going in the right direction. I think we need to be consistent, which means that this direction needs to continue. We have some benchmark, for example, what happens in the United States, where the Federal Reserve Board has really put everything online in order to help the economy to recover, and the US economy has recovered strongly. The US car market in 2014 will be for the first time higher than what the car market was in 2007. In the case of Europe, we're still 20% below where it was in 2007. So what we are, obviously, this is not only the responsibility of the ECB, but the ECB can contribute to the recovery by aligning all the tools and having a policy which is going to privilege growth, and the benchmark exists in the world.